Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, abundance to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that taught men his truth, and much respect to the Akim at their labor in his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. To you I say, Shalom. So yeah, man, I mean, what else can we do with prophecy as these things begin to be made manifest of what the prophets are speaking about, which is ultimately the destruction of America, that perfect will of the Most High to set up the kingdom of heaven. And as that day approaches, this thing is becoming more and more clear of what the Lord is intending to do. Okay? And so, with that said, the doors of mercy is closing. All right? The doors of mercy is closing, and America does not have a long time to go. Okay? America, I doubt that America has another 10 years. And that's really stretching it. We thinking under 5 years. More like 2 or 3. If that, you know. But we know that the time is coming. And that's made manifest by the way of the prophecies. Speaking. As you read in the book of Habakkuk real quick. The 2nd chapter, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. All right? Yeah, so the vision, which is dealing with the prophecies, all right, was set for an appointed time. At the end it shall speak. The end of what? The end of Esau's rulership. These things will spring to life and shall not lie. So what's written in the scriptures is going to come to pass. Isaiah 34:16. You see? They're going to come to pass. And there's nothing that anyone else can do to stop it. You see? So it says, again, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay? So what manner of person ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You know, seeing that these things are about to be dissolved. Right? So as we go back, it says Putin threatens to destroy civilization with apocalyptic threat. Russian leader Vladimir Putin has warned of the destruction of all civilization and a major threat to the West. Okay? And this is literally the Lord working on the minds of Putin and these other kings. All right? Ultimately, the top banking elites to bring forth this destruction, which at the end of the day is going to give glory unto Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay? So let's prove that he is working on the minds of these kings. All right, Proverbs 21:1. It says the king's heart, the word heart in the Hebrew is la, which means your mind, is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So he's controlling the thoughts, the speech, the counsel of the wicked, these different kings, all in cahoot to bring forth this great destruction. Okay, that's the power that we dealing with. It tells you in the book of Isaiah 13 real quick, in verse 17. Matter of fact, verse 1, it says, a burden of Babylon, and this is talking about Babylon, America today, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see prophetically. So he saw this great destruction, you know, dealing with the end times, in which America would be completely obliterated. And that was going to be done first and foremost by the Russians. So 17 says Babylon will fall to the Medes, or America will fall to the Russians. All right, the land, all right, that used to be occupied by the Medes is Russia today. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. So it's to the point to where monetary gain is not a fact anymore. America has done too much. And the Lord is exposing America amongst these different nations. See? So they have come to the conclusion that, you know, this place, America, must be uprooted. Let's hear this guy speak for they're going to pretty much interpret it. But let's hear him put forth this reasoning about why they're going to destroy America. All right?
All this is very dangerous because it could actually trigger the use of nuclear weapons. Do they not understand that? NATO and America are active in other parts of the world, of course, and they continue to lie there, to deceive.
Right. So he's saying that America, has pretty much been caught lying and deceiving. And that has pretty much been their MO ever since they came into power. All right. Using their witchcraft propaganda to push forward different narratives that's allowing him to pretty much, receive gain, receive riches. That's how they got rich, by using their military and plundering different nations, set up their democracies and philosophies. And these nations have caught in wind of that. And that's due to Yahweh Bashmal Shah lifting up the skirt of America. As you read in Nahum, the 3rd chapter. And we'll start at verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. Yeah, America's full of blood. All right. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. You see, it is all full of lies and robbery. It's like he said, the prey departeth not. And the prey is talking about the Israelites. See? So we'll skip on down to verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, okay, America, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredom, right? So they pretty much seduce these different nations, with the riches by the way of them taking in their philosophies. See? And that's why the nations are mad, because they are drunken of the wine of Babylon the Great. As you read in Jeremiah 51:7, I believe. Okay? It says again, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, philosophies, and families through her witchcraft. So it says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashmal Shah of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So when your skirt is being lifted up, that means that you have been exposed. So they see that America has pretty much gotten rich off deception, lies, deceit, raping and robbing. All the while they speak peace. Okay? America always speaks peace, but behind the scenes, they're orchestrating chaos, madness, to pretty much gain control, power, and riches. So the Lord says, I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. So eventually this place will be a gazing stock amongst these different nations, as he's stirring up the Russians, not only Russia, but also China, Iran, Turkey, even America's allies. Anyone who has nuclear capabilities, all right, is going to be used in that day, in the day of World War III. And the majority of them are going to be used against America, okay? Which is going to create this great destruction. So let's go to the book of, matter of fact, let's continue this video. We'll get back into it.
And they are preparing to strike our territory, and using the best possible forces, the most effective forces to do so. But we remember the fate of those who tried to invade our territory. And of course, their fate will be much more tragic than anything that we could face. They have to understand that we also have weapons. Weapons that can defeat them on their own territory. And of course, all this is very dangerous, because it could actually trigger the use of nuclear weapons. Do they not understand that? These people are people who have not been through arduous experiences. They've forgotten about it.
Yeah, so, what he's saying is that America doesn't feel like they can go down. They don't feel like they can be touched. Saying that they have the greatest military might, but at the same time, they're not considering the fact that all these nations, have nuclear capabilities as well. So as they try to push forth and conquering Russia and all these different nations, they're doing nothing more than landing snap for themselves. Let's go to Isaiah 47 real quick. in verse 7, it says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. Okay, America's pretty much, in that mindset of they can never fall. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, just like he was saying. And neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly. Why? Because you're military. Because you've never been touched. Okay? That says, in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, and neither shall I know the loss of children. So America's never going to get touched, according to the average mindset of an American here, man. Okay? They're proud, they're pompous, and they're going to go on forever, according to them. But it says, verse 9, but these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of sources. So what's going to come upon you? The missiles, for the multitude of thy sorceries, witchcraft, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. Okay? So this is the Lord saying that, you're going to be touched, man. And he's going to stir up Russia to do that. Let's go to Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah 50 in verse 1. Then we'll skip down. It says, prophecy against Babylon again, just like Amos. The word of the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans, all right, which is the wicked priesthood on the left-hand side, the wise man that controlled Babylon, by Jeremiah the prophet. So verse 3 says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her. This north right here is talking about Russia, which the Lord said that he would stir them up against Babylon, which shall make her land desolate. How? The missiles, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. So they're going to come up on America in their perfection. So everything on the landscape of America will be completely desolate, annihilated with fire. Everything but the elect. So much so that there's not going to be a trace of anything left here. Okay, no one is going to stay here anymore. Right? And this is all done because of what? The Israelites. Verse 4. Hope for Israel and Judah. Right? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. So it says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah. And it's talking about in these days currently. The children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. This is the northern and the southern kingdom coming together in the same mind and in the same doctrine. Okay? That we're going to pretty much hear the testimony of Yahushua and cleave unto it. Going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh their power. That's exactly what we're doing today. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Right? So we're asking, how do we get back home? How do we get back into our home after returning from the dead state that we was in, into knowing that we were Israelites and knowing that our homeland is in Jerusalem? How are we going to get back there? And we find out that the only way we can get back is if we worship Yahushua. And with Yahushua, who is the Redeemer, is going to come back to save the remnant and bring us back into our homeland. So this perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten is going to be us being changed into immortals. The laws being put within our inward parts pursuant to Hebrews 8:8, also Jeremiah 31:31, to where we won't be able to sin again. Okay? So this is why this is all being done. It's for the Israelites. So he's causing a nation from the north, Russia, to come up against America, to shoot these nukes. Isaiah 13 and verse 5, it says, they come from a far country. What is this talking about? The nukes. That far country is talking about Russia. From the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah and the weapons of his indignation. See? So these weapons are not Russia's weapons, right? They're the Lord's weapons. It tells you that in the book of Isaiah 54:16. He created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire to bring forth an instrument for his work. And that was done to what? To destroy the whole land of America. right? So these missiles gonna come from a foreign country, and I got a little quick video, all right, which shows you an illustration of how that is pretty much gonna take place. Nasty bitch. Yeah, so that looks like an illustration of what snares and brimstone, as you read in Psalm, real quick, the 11th chapter. In verse 6, it says, upon the wicked, all right, the wicked represents Esau, man over here in America, all right, he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone. That's exactly what that looked like. And in horrible tempests, this shall be the portion of their cup, okay? It says, for the righteous Lord, Yahweh Bashmashah, lover of righteousness, his countenance doth behold the upright, right? So the Lord's countenance, which represents this truth, all right, doth behold the upright, going into the elect that will be saved from this great destruction, okay? So that's what's taking place right now. So the day is approaching, and we don't have long in America. So with that, Lord willing, you're edifying. Until next time I say, Shalom.